My students. So I'm going to briefly go over some of the topics that we had actually covered in class today. Uh, Primarily focusing on how to configure extra folders, how to save in zip format, how to use SliceX, and how to add sounds from SliceX over to the channel rack. Additionally, I have posted below this the video that we watched in class, and then the main video for you to watch for homework is going to be part 2 of the Gonna Who You Foolin' video. And I have some links as well for you to download the sounds as far as the sample that was used in that. So that'll be a separate video. But let's go through this quickly. So let's start with how to use SliceX. So we're in here. I'm gonna click add, and I'm gonna go to SliceX. All right, and SliceX is right here, and then I'll go to packs, loops, and just add a random loop. Now, this has automatically cut this loop up for me because it's a native stock sound. But if you ever upload something and there's already markers down, this is how you can delete them. You just highlight them, and then you click on this marker button here and click delete. And as we had gone over in class, I'm just gonna play this really quickly. Okay, so I've decided that I want this sound right here. So I'm gonna zoom in, and I think the way that we were zooming in with our Mac computers was to click just to the left of it, just to the left of the transient. Remember, the transient is the big part at the beginning of the sound. And we just use this arrow to go in that way, and we want to get all the way in until we see the zero crossing, that zero cross point. I'll pick a new spot to continue zooming in. Oops. Oh, there we go. There's our dots. So we just need to be patient enough. Yep, there it is. Okay, so I want this spot right here. No, actually this one. And I'm gonna add my marker with that button there. And you can zoom out, and let's put another marker at the end of the sound here. Zoom in. Okay, let's zoom. All right, let's find that. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm seeing some movement here. We'll put it right here. Okay, let's zoom out. Now you want to right click to hear this sound. On a Mac, that's going to be 2 fingers. And we can loop this by selecting this infinity button. Okay. And we're gonna add this to the channel rack by clicking this far right button and dragging the sound just below where it was. where the drum loop was. Okay, and I can change this if I want. I can normalize it. And we actually didn't talk about this in class, but, well, I'm not going to get too far ahead. We'll discuss this at some point. But that is how you use SliceX, and you can drag this sound into the playlist also if you wanted to. Okay. The other lesson as far as configuring extra folders, because I'm going to be, well, below this is going to be the samples for both the full song, or the first verse and hook for the Gunna Who You Foolin' record, the Tong Lee sample, Def Song, are going to be just below this. So you're going to need to configure an extra folder, and that'll be where you always put your stuff at. So because I'm on a Windows computer and not a Mac, it still works the same way, but I'm gonna make a folder in my downloads folder. Just for these sounds. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my downloads folder and I'm gonna call this Sounds for Class. Okay, just create a new folder. Could be in your downloads, could be on your desktop, it doesn't matter, just as long as you know where that folder is located. Now, I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna click up here on this arrow on the far left, and I'm gonna select down. I'm gonna click configure extra folders, and then I'm gonna navigate to that one. Disregard these upper folders that I have here because that's just my personal setup. But click any of these empty folders directly on the folder image there, and you're gonna have something pop up similar to this. On Macs it's like that. You're just gonna browse for the folder. So for me, I'm gonna look into my computer. I'm gonna go to my C drive. I'm gonna click users, and awesome is gonna be mine. And I'm gonna click downloads, and the folder that I just made was Sounds for Class. You don't need to go inside of it, just click OK. In the case of a Mac, it'll say open, and it'll show up right here. Then I can close that, and when I collapse my structure, that folder is going to show up somewhere in here. Mine is right here, Sounds for Class. Okay, I don't have any sounds in there, but let's see. I'll add some audio to that folder so it'll populate for me. Okay, so just so you can see it, I'm adding a sound to here. So that's gonna be inside of this folder now when I open it. So I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna refresh or reread my structure and click Sounds for Class, and there it is. And from here I can drag this into the playlist, or, you know, so that's the full beat right there. Or I can drag it into my channel rack if I want, and there it is. Okay, so that's how you configure extra folders. And let's see. How to use SliceX, configure extra folders, save in zip format. Okay. So the way that you save in zip format, let's say that I made a beat out of that sound that I had added earlier. I don't actually like using straight up WAV files like this in the playlist unless I'm mixing. So as far as just making a pattern, I'm gonna go over to pattern 2. This is the sound that I extracted. So I'm just gonna use this kick in that sound. I'm gonna delete this and I'm gonna use pattern 2 because that's what I'm using. Okay, and as somebody that's gonna want to access this project later with this sound and this sound that I also included, we're gonna go up to File, scroll down to Export, and click Zip Loop Package. Now, if you guys remember, I'm actually gonna put this, I'll put this in my Sounds for Class folder. The proper format to name your files, I'm gonna go awesome, I'll say class 3 review, put 130 BPM, and it's not a WAV file, it's a zip, so I'll just leave it like that, and I'll click save. And that's the saved zip file. I'm gonna actually be able to send this to you, and I think I'm gonna upload it below this, and you can open these zip files in FL Studio. So if you wanted to do that, and I know I didn't show you this in class, but all you have to do is click File, Open, and then locate that and open it. And there you are. This is the same thing. It'll open for you, and it might freak out just a little bit because my microphone's on this channel. But yeah, that is the review from class today. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, or you can text me or call me, and I will answer you as quickly as I can. All right, you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.